Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, your boy, Jose, and I'm here with a very special guest for this interview slash podcast, Dar'ren Agers. How you doing, Dar'ren? What's up?
Good, dog. I'm good.
Hey, that's good to hear, man. What have you been up to recently?
Man, I just got back from Chicago. Went down there to see my family and whatnot.
Hey. Are you working on anything right now? Any projects? An idea or a job?
Nah, I'm not working yet, but I got a couple auditions to go to and a couple things to do in the entertainment industry and a couple shows coming up soon. So, yep.
Hey, that's pretty cool, man. They're like plays, musicals. What's it like?
Plays, stand up, dancing shows, all of that.
Yeah, we'll ask more questions about that later, but for now, tell us a little bit about how long have you been in Forney and what made you go here?
I've been in Forney for a good 10 years. And how did I end up here? I don't even know. Let me see. I don't even. I don't know. We just came out here because it was nice out here.
Yeah, there aren't that many places to go around here in Forney, except maybe like the park or visiting Walmart.
Go to Walmart or eat. That's all you can do. Just gain weight.
Damn, man. So you've recently graduated from high school, and I'm sure you heard this hundreds of times, like many graduates, but what's your plan?
I'm about to go to college starting in January.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just preparing for that. And then I'm just gonna continue doing stand up and acting and stuff like that. Try to get my name out there.
Yeah.
Become somebody. Yeah.
So what kind of major are you trying to acquire?
Theater, dance major.
All right. As you said before, you're an actor and a dancer. How's that working out for you, man?
It's working pretty good. I just got out of a show a couple weeks ago. That was my last show, and I've been doing a lot of shows, so it's going pretty good. I'm not just like a dreamer out here. I'm actually like doing it.
Yeah, man. So, did you ever take any classes or were you self taught in these things?
Actually, I've always been self taught at everything I know how to do. It's just kind of natural. It just kind of comes to me.
Uh-huh.
And so, but my uncle who used to dance all the time when we were little, we used to break dance, and then I just kind of took it and just kind of ran with it, and I don't know, it just kind of in me. Every time I hear music, I just want to move to it.
Yeah. And do you have any role models in dancing, acting, or in comedy?
um, um, I like Chris. No, Chris Brown. That's a bad dude right there. I ain't gonna lie. I look up. I don't say I look up to him, but nothing like that. I don't look up to nobody really. But I like he can dance and he can sing, so that's cool.
So, you're trying to be the guy that people look up to?
No, I ain't. I'm trying to be me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I ain't trying to be like a role model for nobody. Even though that's cool, I ain't got nothing against if people want to look at me like that. But I ain't really out here trying to be like, oh yeah, I want to be a role model for so and so and so and so. I'm just out here trying to be me and establish who I am first. And then if that comes with it, then that just comes with it.
So, what's are some of the things that inspire you? And what could you say to others that could be in the same situation as you?
Well, I'll just say keep trying, you know what I'm saying? If you really want it with the proper effort and determination, you can do anything that you put your mind to. And my mom always inspired me because she always just doing what she want to do. Everything she wanted to do, she always went out there and got it. So, and she told me when I was little, I can do whatever I want if I put my mind to it and work hard enough. And so that's what I'm telling everybody out here right now. Don't just like don't settle for less. You know what I'm saying? A tree like go for big things. Try to achieve big things. Because nothing can stop you unless you try to stop yourself. You your biggest enemy. So as long as you get that out the way, you can do whatever you want. And if you truly believe that you can do it, you can do it.
So, what was that tipping point or catalyst whenever you decided that this is a dream that I want and I want to chase it?
Well, when I got that first show, because believe it or not, I didn't even want to be an actor or a dancer at first. I wanted to be a physical therapist, and then I got a call to come audition for this show because I knew one of the choreographers on it, and then that's how I got my really start that thing to push me to let me know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing because I did a good job. Okay, so glad that I got my that I really found my path. You know what I'm saying? And I know what I'm supposed to do, and I know how I'm supposed to achieve it and go after it.
So, what was it like in the first few shows whenever you were out there? Were you feeling nervous, or maybe it was confidence that you had at that moment?
Like the first show,
Yeah, the first few shows.
man. The first show, I wasn't, you know, when I was backstage and then they was on stage and it because it was showtime. When I was backstage, of course you got the butterflies because you ain't never done this before. You ain't never been on stage. But as soon as I went on stage, it was like this is where I belong. It was like this is where I'm supposed to be. So as soon as I got on stage, them butterflies just left. I did the job I was supposed to do, and I just went out there and rocked it for all the shows. And really felt it.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, as you said before, you've done comedy and stand up. How do you prepare for that? Because comedy's a little different and sometimes difficult whenever you're trying to prepare. What's your routine?
Well, I really just I write my material down because I know I base it off of what's happening in my life and whatnot, and then I just go out there. When I go out there, I always say my material in front of my mom first, and she don't. If it's not funny, she's not gonna laugh at it. So, so
Uh-huh.
that really let me funny or not. But when I go out there, I really because when you do comedy, you can't. You really got to be yourself out there. You really got to show yourself. And so when I go out there and do stand up, I get the people to like me. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to turn it around and make it no other way because that's what you're really doing. You really going out there and you putting yourself out there and just showing that you are human and just trying to turn unfunny situations at the time into funny situations. And I love doing stand up, man. I love it. It's great.
So, you mostly base your comedy around things that are happening around you and the people that surround you.
I base it off of things that previous experiences, because it's always stuff that happened that was bad at first, or not even bad, but it was kind of like not a good situation. And then when you realize it and you go through it and you pick it apart, you realize this is kind of funny. So you just go out there and just wear your heart on your sleeve and just tell everybody how it happened, and they find that funny. So
Tell us a little bit about Chicago and how long have you been living there?
uh, well, I used to live over there, but I ain't been over there that long.
Oh.
I can tell you it's cold over there, Joe.
Yeah.
And, and the food good though, and the people really care about people over there, even though they over there killing people now. But when I was over there, it was very warming. You know what I'm saying? People wasn't trying to hurt people. So
In that case, one of the many things that stand out for you in Chicago are the people.
the people, the food, yeah, that's it.
So, you lived most of your childhood in Chicago then.
Yep,
Well,
I came here when I was like 5, I think. Yeah, so I had a little bit over there, but mostly it was over here, which I'm okay with. So
So, how was that transition then? Were there any big changes?
it wasn't really no big changes because I ain't never been like the type person who really cared like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we came over here, it was just like, okay, whatever.
mhm.
I made friends. I ain't had no problem. It was actually a good transition because I feel like if I if I was still in Chicago, I feel like I wouldn't be the person I am today. So
Mhm.
I'm glad I came down here. If I ain't come down here, Joe, I wouldn't have met someone. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have met some of the most important people. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
About this before, and just like the people that you hang around with or surround you, sometimes the music you listen to uh, forms you or shapes you as well. What are some of your favorite genres and why?
I like. You know what? That's a good question because I like anything that I like is just something that make me feel good. I don't care if it's. I don't really like country like that. But if I hear it It depends. It really don't matter because I like hip hop. I like rap.
Mm.
I like pop music. It's just anything that just make me want to get up and dance or just make me like, okay, I see. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I see.
Mm.
That's that's what I like. So
Do you have any favorite music artists?
man, I was just thinking about that. I like what's that homeboy name? What's homeboy name? I don't know. I like Lil Uzi. He cool. Who else I like? I don't know, man. That's a hard question because I like everybody.
Well, then, do you have any favorite songs?
I like Sauce It Up. That's a good song.
Mm.
I like Jocelyn Flores by XXX Tentacion.
Mhm.
I like mm, No Role Models by J. Cole. That's a good song.
Yeah.
Somebody I used to know by Goat. What's the name? Goat or something like that.
Yeah, like Gadia or something like that.
Body or something like that. Whatever
Mm.
it is. Justin Bieber, he go hard too.
Yeah, he does.
People sleep on him.
If you had any music artist as your mentor in life, who would it be?
I actually would say Jay-Z because that dude know how to make money.
Mhm.
That's my only reason because he know how to make money.
So recently, about a week, you tweeted a poll that said, "Do you think that social media has made a negative impact in how we view the world?" And there was about a 80-20 split between 80% yes and 20% no. What was the reasoning behind that question, and what do you have to say about that?
I put that question on there because I see every day how social media is drastically changing things. How people can just say whatever they want with no consequence to it, whether it be something positive or negative, and how not even just like how the media can just put out anything they want to, and we just gotta sit there and just look at it. You know how like with the beauty standards being super high and everything like that, and just it just seems like we losing touch with reality. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that's how I feel on social media because I feel like with this whole everything, everybody. Because you know how you go on, be on Twitter or something like that, and you always see somebody in the comment pulling a race card or something like that. I'm just like, man, this is annoying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like every single day you always get on Twitter, you see somebody, oh man, if this was black, if this was white, if this was black, and I'm just like, man, this is it's just kind of getting out of hand, and that's why I think personally that social media is drastically changing the way we look at the world and making people feel like we have to be perfect because oftentimes people always look up to celebrities as as being perfect because they have a lot of money and wealth. In reality, they just as normal as us and they go through everyday things that we go through, but since we see them and they're always in a public light, we feel like we have to follow them and have to be in their footsteps and have to look like them and have to be like them to be considered important. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And that's really why I created that poll because I've always felt like that. I feel like people they judge people so carelessly now because of social media because anybody can post anything on social media, anything, and that's another thing. People can post whatever they want on social media, whether it's somebody getting killed, whether it's somebody getting beat up, whether it's somebody and everybody does everything for social media. Everybody does everything. Everybody does anything for attention now. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? People
Yeah.
can't do a nice deed, and I see it all the time. People cannot do a nice deed without it having to be recorded. Having everybody always have to know about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't live in the moment anymore, and that's what I see. You go to a concert, everybody got their phone out, which is okay because you want to remember it, but sometimes you just have to live in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
we not here for a long time. We don't know how long we're gonna be here, so you don't want to you don't want to spend your whole life just being on your phone and not living in the moment. You really got to enjoy life, and because man, you only get one chance, man.
Yeah.
Also, one of the things I've noticed in social media, when someone posts something like an opinion and everyone bandwagons on it, whether it's right or wrong, just so they could appeal to a certain audience.
Yes, bro. I feel like that too. I feel like people are not allowed to have an opinion anymore. If that makes sense,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? And like, cause I totally agree with what you said. Like people just bandwagon. If somebody say, yeah, the Broncos mascot is a tiger, and the Broncos mascot is a Bronco. People be like, no, it's a tiger, man. And if you say anything opposing that, here going 1,500 people jumping on your back talking about how it's a tiger and it's not a Bronco. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everybody, it's just crazy, man. How like you can't say anything without anybody being offended. Everybody get offended nowadays over little stuff, over stuff that don't make no type of sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, it's crazy. I just say that ain't nothing private no more. Ain't nothing special. Every time something go wrong, you run into social media to tell the world your problems and stuff like that. Which is okay, in some sense, if you need to do that to get it off your chest and whatnot. But sometimes people just run to social media and just they living their whole life online. You know what I'm saying? And they're
Yeah.
not really in tune with who they really are, in my opinion. You know, because you got to be careful with social media because it's a really good thing. I'm not gonna lie, social media is a good thing, but it can also be a negative thing if it's not used properly.
When people get offended by something, they don't want to talk about the other side of the story or see the other side of the coin. They get stubborn, and even though they could be on the right or their opinion is validated, it should be something we should do. It doesn't matter whether it's right or wrong. We should see both sides of the story and see what's going on. Have that discussion.
Yep, I agree because I agree with that 100%. It's just the same thing as how when you talking to somebody or you arguing with somebody and you're not listening to what they saying, you're just thinking about the next thing you want to say. That's what it's like.
Hmm.
That's it. They don't really care to know about what your side is, how you feel about it, Joe.
Yeah,
It's
man.
just what they want to say. And what they want to say is all they want to say.
So, relate to that question as well. How has social media affected you in a positive way?
Oh, it's made a positive impact on me because it's allowed me to reach out and discover things and be positive because I'm a very positive person. It just allows me to be who I want to be, even though I'm who I want to be. I am who I want to be. If that makes sense. And it just allow you to get in touch with people you ain't seen in a long time. It allows you to express yourself the way you want to express yourself. You know, I slid in my girlfriend DMs. So it got me a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? All of that. It's really positive, bro.
Have you tried reaching out to other people that are into comedy, dance, or acting and collaborating with them?
Yeah, all the time. I reach out to them all the time on Instagram, my DM or something like that. But like, hey, we need to let's link up or let's do a video or something like that. And either and I always do it to people who are local, who people we can actually do it.
Mm.
And it's actually I've actually got some projects coming up with some different people. So yeah.
Cool.
On the topic about entertainment, do you have any favorite plays or stand up comedians?
Mm, I don't have any favorite stand-up comedians, but because I think if you're just funny, I think you're just funny.
Mhm.
But I don't really like my favorite play is mm, 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 mm. My favorite play is actually Rent because
Yeah.
I did the spot for that play, and so I was like, oh, this is actually a good play. Huh? Very emotional.
Do you want to do a short film, TV, or for the big screen?
I want to be in film. That's what I'm going after right now. Yeah, I want to do plays and film. I just do plays because plays are much simpler, but I'm doing films right now too, so it's cool.
You ever thought about doing your own TV show or short film?
Yeah, I'm making the yeah. I got some ideas. I got a couple things in the fire right now that's
All right.
going on. But I usually gotta make them by myself because I ain't really got nobody to make them with, and I gotta play all the characters and stuff like that. So that kind of delays the shooting and stuff like that. But I don't mind shooting by myself, but you know it's cool.
Whenever you're shooting, what kind of genre is it? Is it mostly comedy?
It's whatever I'm feeling at the moment. Cause I can play any character. I could do sad. I could do happy. I could do angry. But most of the time it come out funny because that's just who I am. And
Mhm.
so I guess comedy will be the genre.
And I'm going to throw some more random questions at you just a moment.
All right.
All right. If you could learn any language instantly, what would it be?
Spanish, Spanish, because my girlfriend be talking Spanish all the time, and I gotta ask her what it mean, and I just want to be able to understand what she's saying and spit back some Spanish at her real quick, and she be shook.
Also, if you could tell your past self from 10 years anything, what would it be?
That's a brilliant question. I would tell myself, you are amazing. Continue to do what you do, and and uh, yeah, don't get that haircut. That's too much.
And on the other side of that as well, if you could tell the future self from 10 years from now anything, what would it be?
My future self.
Mhm.
Oh, what would I tell my future self?
I don't know. If you want him to maybe remember a certain memory or tell him to not forget about this.
I'll just tell him, don't forget what's important. You know,
Mhm.
don't forget who you are. Because I imagine my future self, I'm gonna be very well, not being cocky or nothing. I just imagine it.
Mhm.
So that's what I'll tell myself. Don't forget where you come from and how you got where you are today.
If you could change your name, would you do it?
I would change my name to Chauncey Levon Smith III Jr. I don't even make, but that's what I'll change my name to.
Is that like a name you just thought about that right now, or it's something that's been on your mind for quite a while?
Nah, I say my name Chauncey all the time. My girlfriend hate it when I say that, but she don't like it. But I say my name Chauncey because cause when I go places, it's weird. I don't never tell them what my real name is. I love my name. You know, it's Dar'ren, not Darren or Darren. It's Darren. But I always tell people not like I always just make up these different names. I went to Chick-fil-A
Mhm.
and it was like, what's the name for the order? And I tell them, James or something like that. I don't know. It's just something I do.
If you could start your own business or company, what would it be?
A dance studio.
Oh.
I wanna I wanna I wanna teach other people how to dance. I want them to create, choreograph their own dances because I think the dance is more than just dancing. It's a way of expression. And oftentimes people always think that just because if you're a male dancer that means that, that's gay or something like that, which is not true because there's many male dancers out there. So
So in a way, there's like a discrimination against like boys that dance. And has that ever affected you in any way?
no, don't fake me because I know how to fight. So ain't nobody gonna say nothing to me. But I, like for real, I'm not even violent, but I just know that if I didn't know how to fight, people would probably try to say something to me. Because when I was in dance in high school, they was like, "You in dance? Why you in dance? That's for girls." I'm like, "Bro, it's not for girls."
Yeah.
And then when I actually got on stage and danced, they was like, "Oh snap, that's pretty cool that you on a dance." I'm like, "Oh, now y'all saying it's cool, but when I was in dance and y'all didn't know I could dance for real, y'all was trying to say something about it." But I don't care what they say. I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and that's just gonna be that. Not saying that I don't listen to nobody because I listen to a whole bunch of people. But if you're trying to say something negative to me, of course I'm not gonna listen to what you gotta say. I'm just gonna do what I gotta do.
So then just being yourself and do what you do best is how you prove yourselves to others.
Yeah, I say that to everybody. Don't never let somebody else's opinion dictate what you do. Cause bro, it's about you. You know what I'm saying? It's your life. Don't Because usually the ones who got something to say is the ones who lost, the ones who ain't got nothing to do. They always trying to say something about what you got going on. So just be yourself, remain yourself, and don't let nobody try to talk you out of doing what you want to do. Go for what you want to go for, achieve what you want to achieve, do what you want to do, and be happy. And as long as you happy, don't let nobody take that from you. Because people are always trying to take your happiness, and as long as you got your happiness, you good.
All right, then. I guess that wraps up this podcast.
Hold on, bro.
All right.
I got a I got a question for you. What did you vote on that poll,
On that poll, I chose yes. I think that it has made a negative impact.
and why?
And just like the question I said before, I think that people, whenever they're offended by something, I think they don't want to look at both sides. They're grow stubborn, even though they should look at both ways, even though there could be validated or right.
Hmm, that's a good point.
Yeah.
All right then. It's been a pleasure in having you, Dar'ren. If you want to, do you have any last words before we wrap this up?
My last words is uh, be lit, be yourself, and go to Chick-fil-A and get a sausage biscuit. No, McDonald's. Get a sausage biscuit with cheese. Get two of them. It's 344 after tax. See, I added it all together, so you already got it. And make sure they make them fresh, because if they ain't fresh, the biscuits ain't gonna be all flaky, and you want it to be flaky. That's what I gotta say.
Thank you so much, Dar'ren, for being here with me, and thank you everyone else for listening as well.
Promise that you sing about me forever. Promise that you sing about me forever.
Listening.